Welcome to VBar 101 by Frederick Mellin, aka Mr. Mel. Today I'm gonna go over the new 5.2 release. It's not a big update, especially if you don't run the governor for electrics. You basically get it's a very small update, very good but small. But if you run the governor on electric helicopters, then it's a big one because first of all you get the governor on a mini VBar if you have Pro. That's one of the things, and then you have the whole electric part of the governor is totally reworked, so it's much easier. Then we have also a new security feature that makes it safer to use, less chance of a hot start, and that's a good thing with electrics. So that's the governor part. Then we also have one smaller change, but it makes a world of difference, and that's the pirouette consistency is better on certain moves like pyro globes, pyro funnels, pyro tic-tacs, and that you will notice if you're doing those type of moves. The new governor has no curve anymore. It's only gain and a few expert parameters. The curve, which dictated how much feed forward it was before, is gone. The only three settings that is still left in the governor expert page for electrics is collective and cyclic add and collective dynamic. The add part is a linear compensation. When you move your stick, it's moving the throttle. The dynamic part is when you move the stick, it moves the throttle in the beginning to compensate that torque change, and then it ramps off that. And this is the only settings you have left. You have gain and you have this setting, and that's all there is now. There is no tweaking P, differential, ramp up. All that is built into the governor. In setup mode there is two changes. One is idle during bailout. It's a new feature that makes the motor spin just a little when you're doing an auto rotation bailout. That makes the recovery super smooth, and as well it's better for the speed controller, because often if a speed controller blow during the start, it's because communication error between the motor and the speed controller when it's going from a stopped state to a full throttle state, and this will prevent that. I'm gonna show you a video how smooth this actually is. The next thing is the throttle and the jump that has been implemented to make the startup much smoother. I'm gonna show you a video here on the bench when I do this configuration, so you can see the differences needed. Okay, so here we have a helicopter with my mini VBar and also a motor hooked up. Now, the difference between the previous version and the new version is very, very small. It's just, if you just look at this bar here, you will see the change, and that's when I'm flipping a switch on the radio, it jumps a little bit in the beginning, and then it starts to spool up. And that little jump is all that needed to make the speed control start up more smoothly. So what you need to do now is go lower on the motor off. You want, if let's say we do the old style configuration where we did like this and we drag the until it starts. If you do that with a new configuration or the new firmware, this jump will be so high, so it will give a hard kick anyway. So what I want to do is I want to go lower, and when I go out of throttle hold, I want the motor to start just barely. So if I have too much here, nothing happens. And then it takes a time, and then it starts up. So that's too much or too low. So I want to be, so exactly when I flip the switch, There it starts, but then it slowly starts. So you want to be on that brink. Now, why that big jump? Someone will ask. It's because some speed controllers need that headroom to be able to arm. If there wasn't that big of a jump, it wouldn't work. So it has to be like 15% or 10% or whatever it is. But so you want to be lower than you were before on the low end side. High end side is the same as I set it up before.
Hi guys, here is a quick demonstration of the new auto rotation bailout idle, so you can see how smooth this bailout is.